Hello from the Hashknife. Well, what you're looking at way down there are a couple of cows, and I was just watching them a bit ago. One was a little ahead of the other one calving, and so I left and give them a little bit of time. It's warm. It's like 70 degrees out, 70 plus. Wind has picked up a little bit, but it's warm, nice, dry. And just let these cows have their calves. Their older cows have had a couple, well, at least a couple. One is the second calf. And I thought, well, I'll go get some hay staged. That needs to be done. Some other stuff. Work on that horse a little bit, and then come back. Well, I think we've got a problem. In fact, I know we do. The one calved, and that calf is dead. I was up to it, and it had its head kind of back around behind its shoulders, but I believe it was pushed up against a little bit of a bank in the depression in the ground, basically banked up against its nose, and it didn't have the strength to pull its face around yet, and I think suffocated because she didn't get it cleaned off. In the meantime, I just let her alone, and this other cow was not really progressing very much, and so well, I'll just go back and I'll work that horse again, give her a little bit of time and come back. Well, I can see a calf down there now on this cow. Here's the problem. We got two cows and one calf, and they both want a calf. And so hopefully I can get this one cow and calf away from the one that's got the dead calf, and that she won't leave it. But this can be a problem where all of a sudden she sees one in the hand is better than one on the ground, and so she'll steal a calf. So let's go see what we got going on. So I may have a better situation here than I think. There's a little distance between these cows, not a lot, but a little. And this calf is nursing this cow and really looking for some sympathy. Yeah, it's not sympathy, it's just, hey, I'm hungry, I'm new. And that being born, again, is hard work. So she's sticking with it, and he'll figure it out, or she. I'm not sure if it's a bull calf or a heifer calf. And so what I might do is take a little chance here. And that gate right there behind that cow, see, she's still trying to get that calf to stand up. She doesn't understand yet what's happened completely. And so this is a really good opportunity, is I might just take this calf and drag it through the other side of that fence, let her have it for a few days, let her figure out that it's not coming back to life, it's gone, but let her have a chance to mourn. These animals do mourn. They have emotion just exactly like anything else does, and especially these mothers. So she'll stick with it for a couple of days, but if I can get her on this other side of this fence and this gate, get some separation between this cow and this calf that are over here bonding, then that's probably my best outcome, because she may try to decide she wants that calf. It has happened, and it's a real problem. Now, for smartest things in the world to do, this is not one of them. And it's just taking a little bit of a chance. This cow never really indicated super aggression or overly maternal. So I'm going to see if I can't just open this gate here, and she won't hurt me, hopefully. Okay. So listen to her talk to this calf. She thinks it's going to follow her. She's actually going to try to get it away from me. So she thinks the calf's going to follow. Afterbirth is here. See this little depression here, and her nose is up against there, and you can see where some of the sac is still laying there. I was just too late. I wish I could have been here. I could have maybe saved it. It's all right. Kind of bring it away from the gate a little bit, out of this corner, and then I'm just going to let her have it. See, she's spent some time. She's licked it off. She's cleaned it off, and she'll continue to do that. Try to get these calves stimulated and get them up. That's what they do. And it's a little bull calf. which we can sure use. So this is working out pretty well. I mean, there's nothing you can do. You can't bring them back to life. And I can't be there with every single one of them all the time. And this is kind of some of the odds that happen. She'll sit here and nurture, try to do everything she can to get this calf to nurse. The only thing that would be nice now is to maybe get another bum calf from somebody else to put on this cow and raise it. And at today's prices, I've heard some people paying $350 for a bum calf, which is just crazy. But the best thing we could hope for at this point is something we don't want, and that's twins. But she'll stay with this guy for, well, it'll be probably a couple days. Certainly tomorrow she'll stick with it. I don't think she'll probably leave it tonight or maybe tomorrow. And then at some point she's going to get thirsty enough, she'll go in for water. And then she'll come right back to it. And maybe we'll see if she does that. Or I'd be surprised if she leaves it, very soon at all. I mean, that's just what they do. Since I'm right here, just let that other cow through the gate. I'm going to check this calf out. I need to see what kind of a tag, whether it's pink or blue. And it looks like we got another heifer. God, we're heavy to heifers this year. That's not what I want. We need to have more steers to market, and to get that by having bull calves. So 114's got a heifer. I'll make a tag, stick it in her ear, and then leave them alone. But she's doing pretty well with this calf. This calf is pretty insistent on eating. She's bonded up because now I can have some success with this cow. Being a little uncomfortable here and taking this calf and leaving this corner. She might do that while I'm getting this tag ready and see how it goes. I've kind of repositioned myself to get between me and this calf on the other side of the fence and cow. And so maybe she'll just, there you go. Feel a little bit of pressure here. You can see right here's where she had this calf, and she's already cleaned up and eaten that afterbirth. So that didn't take long. I've only been gone about an hour at the most. So she's talking to this calf, and it's coming with her, but she's trying to back away from me and get it to follow her, which is just fine because I want her to take that thing away from this other cow, so the other cow's not tempted to take this other calf and stick with her dead baby. And these little guys they get a little bit of milk in them, and they will go an incredible distance. It is amazing how far they will follow that cow and listen to her talking all the time. I don't know if you can hear that. She does not want me to have her calf, which is fine. That's a good maternal instinct, keeping that baby safe. And I'll just give her a little bit more time. Normally I would just go ahead and tag this calf fairly fast, but the idea is now to get her to move away. I don't want him to move away. I want to try to catch him, but this time is a good application for that. And that little guy's, she's already starting to buck and play a little bit, getting her sea legs. And now this other cow, to give you an idea, she's still with that calf. She's talking to it. Every once in a while I hear her bawl. She'll walk away. She'll try to get this calf to follow. As soon as it follows, she's going to turn around and she'll go back to it. And try to lick on it again, stimulate it, get it to move, and get it to get up. It's kind of a sad thing, calling that calf. Head, looking at its ears, face. she'll walk off again, try to get it to get up, come with her. Because she too wants to get this calf away from me. That's her instinct, to keep that calf safe. So over here again. Look how far this cow's taken that calf already. We're out there about 75 yards. It's going to be good because this fence will keep this cow here. She really wants this calf. This cow will take this calf and be gone by the time she realizes that this is not going to work for this dead calf, and then kind of forget about her. So let's go up there. We'll ease up, try to tag this calf, maybe get it to move a little further away from the fence with that cow. And that is a cute and adorable, clueless little face. It has no idea that it's going to grow up and be obnoxious in about a week. Look at her go. That's good. She's getting that calf kind of lined out. Look at it go. Not too bad for only being about an hour old. And these cows can be tough on these calves. They'll push them around. They're kind of taskmasters. And they will discipline these calves. Look at that face. Now watch her get confused. That calf come back over to me. That's happened before too, and that drives these cows wild. Alright, let's just keep working up here a little bit. And I'll stick a tag in its ear. After a bit, we'll see how we do. What a face. Let's zoom in on that a little bit. Well, somebody's got a new earring. I couldn't get that on film because I need both hands and both knees and make it go smooth and fast, and I can't do the camera at the same time, so we have to maybe employ Lisa, the ranch boss, to do this. Not the tagging part, but the pointing her finger telling me to do it, and she can run the camera. Cow's smelling that tag. Still her baby. She's a little upset with me, but she'll take it and walk off. And I want to push it back to the south. There we go. Maybe she'll go on her own. Get her to get away from this other cow even further. And just put a little pressure on her here. Maybe she'll turn head to the left there a little bit. Kind of south away from the fence. She's in the fence mode here. There you go. Go ahead and fly. And I got other cows and calves laying out here. Still see her. She's hanging around that baby. And we'll kind of monitor her, see how that goes. Well, it's next morning. And just making a pasture check here. Thought I'd come down and check on this cow, just kind of show you. She's okay. She looks all right. Looks good. Looks like she's got any complications at all. But you all will notice she's just a few feet away from this calf. She's not really doing anything. And you can see she's kind of talking to it. Still doesn't quite understand. And you can't hear it, but she is talking to it, coming over to it, licking it, trying to get it up again. So it's been about 14, 15 hours, I suppose. And she'll push it around, trying to get him to move, trying to get him up. And then she's going to walk off a little bit. And she'll keep repeating this probably for another day or so. It's been about 26, 27 hours since she had that calf, and it's laying over there. You can see she's moving a little bit further away, grazing, and kind of ignoring it, you would think, but she will probably come down there to it if we get a little closer. I just heard her talking a little bit to the calf, looking at it, and we'll see if we can't get her to show some of that behavior. Well, it's been about 48 hours since she lost this calf, and she's still, you hear her talking, still checking it out, coming back to it. The ground is just kind of tore up a little bit around it where she's been standing there. Yeah, she's really wanting that calf to get up. Same thing, same behavior. And she's a little bit hopeful because if you look over here, we had a cow and a calf come in, and she went to that calf to sniff it, try to claim it, and really didn't spend much time doing it. She gave up. So then she came back over to this calf, her calf, and tried to get it up. But you'll notice she's not got a lot of logic. This is all, emotion and I want a baby. But she's starting to wander off a little bit more and more, getting a little further from it, getting over to some green grass that's just starting to show up. So she'll continue to do this, come back to the calf, go graze, come back, especially now that I'm here too. She got a little bit closer to it and, is going to protect it from me and hopefully get it so that it'll get up and move away from me. But obviously, logic doesn't play into this for a cow. They're not all that logical, and that maternal instinct is very, very strong. Turn looking at it, crying, trying to get it to come to her. Because cows will do that. They'll talk like that. They'll walk off from their calf, and then they know the sound of their voice, and they will call it, and the calf will come to them. And that's what she's trying to do right now. So she's trying everything she can. Well, I hope you guys have, I know you probably haven't enjoyed this. I sure haven't. But at least it gives you a little bit of perspective about what goes on kind of during calving. And sometimes those losses are nothing you can do anything about, but those cows always react the same way.